Yo, what's good, Team Irish Dragon? Welcome back in. So, guess we're getting a new patch with the new season. I thought it might be a week or two before we saw that, but I just saw that we got some surprise patch notes come out, and I'd like to go through them with you guys, so let's get after it. Alright, so we got the Battle Balance Adjustment 24 next step, and just looking at the picture, looks like we got some changes to Metagross, Inteleon, Sableye, Decidueye, Talonflame, Cramorant, Dodrio, Buzz, Delphox, Scizor, Shandy, Clef, and Serena. So, depending on who's going up and down on this one, I'm feeling a little intrigued by it. Alright, so this is going to be out, well, I guess today when you're watching this, but tomorrow for when I'm recording it. Today, at some point when you see this, you will be experiencing the new patch. First up, the update details. We got the snowball battle in Shiver City, so that's where you turn people into snowmans. It's a fun little quick match variation of Shiver City. Holiday Winter Sale shop available. Holiday Celebration prize machine. Yay. Oh, during the event, you can obtain 10 holiday balls. Okay, so you may actually be able to get something in the scam machine. Maybe. The matchmaking system improved. Okay, that's actually pretty awesome. If you guys haven't heard about it, basically they're improving matchmaking. You'll be grouped up with people closer to your skill based on, win rates and your actual rank and all that stuff. And it's supposed to be better. Now, it is going to be a little bit harder to climb, especially from 1400 to 1600 to get that sticker. I think you lose more points for losses than you gain with wins, so you actually have to have a pretty positive win rate. So I think it's all good things on the matchmaking improvement. But let's get to why everybody's here. The balance adjustments. Alright, looks like we're going to start off with Serena. Triple Axle damage increase per hit, 5% to 8%. So it's getting a 3% damage increase to Triple Axle. That's not terrible. Trop Kick shield amount, 20% increase. Grassy Glide, shield amount, same thing, 20% increase. That's a pretty hefty shield increase for Serena. Stomp damage, 5% decrease. Okay, so they're nerfing Stomp a little bit, but they are buffing Triple Axle and giving it a bigger shield on its other moves. That doesn't sound terrifying, but I do remember when Serena used to literally run over me all the time. So I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm here for it. Serena definitely needs a little bit of love. Alright, next up we got the Ultra Beast Buzzwole with a smackdown area damage of a 20% increase. It's not bad. And Lunge attack reduction duration from 2 seconds to 2.5 seconds. So I guess you'll be reducing the enemy's damage they do for just a little bit longer. Alright, not a crazy buff for Buzzwole, but I think it's a pretty good one. Not bad, not bad. And now we move into Inteleon. That looks like it's getting the defense and special defense buffs that all the attackers are getting. So that's not too crazy. Fell Stinger cooldown reduction from 7 to 6.5. Acrobatics 8 to 7.5. So they're both getting a half-second cooldown reduction. That's not bad. I think that's going to really help Inteleon out, especially with the Acrobatics liquidation build. Not bad. Alright, looks like Decidueye is getting just the standard defense and special defense increase the attackers are getting. Nothing crazy there. Oh... You guys don't think he's getting nerfed again, do you? Okay, Surf Plus. Movement speed reduction duration. 2 seconds to 3 seconds on his plus move. Okay, so I guess Cramorant's getting a bit of a buff. A longer speed reduction when you hit somebody with Surf. Okay, it's nothing crazy. I don't think it's going to break Cramorant, but at least they're buffing Cram. Especially the Surf Hurricane build that I do enjoy running. Chandelure getting the basic defense, special defense increase all attackers are getting. Nothing crazy there. Dodrio. Oh, okay. Agility cooldown from 11 seconds to 9 seconds. All right, a cooldown or a 2-second cooldown increase to agility. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And Drill Peck damage 6% increase. All right, that's not bad. Again, nothing crazy so far. I like that they're buffing Drill Peck and Agility. I was actually just thinking the other day that I haven't played a Drill Peck Dodrio in a very long time. So at the very least, this is going to get me to pull out my preferred way to play Dodrio. So I'm here for it. Ooh, Talonflame up next. Brave Bird Plus. Damage reduction 15% to 25%. That's huge. Because Brave Bird gives you a damage reduction based on the amount of people you hit. I think it caps it at 3 targets, so I think it's the 40% cap on the damage reduction. But if that remains true for the 10% increase, I mean, I don't think they're going to go up to 75% damage reduction. They might, but even if it's just like the increased 10% to the cap would be just an additional 50% damage reduction, or not additional, but up to 50% damage reduction. That's still pretty nuts for Brave Bird Talonflame, which I'm pretty excited for because I do think I prefer Brave Bird Talon over Fly, depending on what I'm trying to do in the game, but I think Brave Bird is more fun. Now we move on. We've got our Scizor changes. Dual Wing Beat. So not Scizor. That's Scyther. Scizor can't use Dual Wing Beat. HP recovery amount. 15% increase. Okay, that's not crazy. That's just a little bit more self-sustain when you're engaging into a team fight. I think that might make a lot more people play Scyther, actually, which is my preferred way to do it. So I say bring on the Scyther buffs. But in the right hands, a very skilled Scyther player, that might actually be crazy. We'll see. One. And up next, we've got the Clefable. Follow Me, hindrance duration, 1.5 seconds to 2 seconds. All right, so a half-second increase on how long they'll follow the Clef. And Gravity gets a 1-second cooldown reduction. Okay, nothing crazy. I actually think Gravity may do well with the cooldown reduction. I think it might be easier to actually be more effective to help your team out where it's not on cooldown when you need it most. So, all right, go for it, Clef. Ooh, all right, Sableye. Shadow Sneak. Cooldown from 13 seconds to 12 seconds. I was honestly hoping for a little bit more Sableye love. I know it can be one of the most annoying Pokemon on the map, but I have a really good time playing Sableye, and I do like Shadow Sneak, so any love there is good. It's not crazy, which is probably for the best because I would hate for Sableye to become super insanely more annoying than it is. And to Delphox. All right, the special defense stat increase. All right, not increase in its defense, just its special defense. And Flame Charge Plus. Movement speed increased duration from 1 second to 1.5 seconds. All right, so the Dancer, more carry build, not the CC build, getting a buff. Okay, as long as they're not buffing Flame Charge or Fire Spin, I would have preferred to see a nerf to Fire Spin rather than a buff to Flame Charge, but at least Fire Spin is not getting buffed. Ho ho ho! Metagross! Meteor Mash! Cooldown reduction by 1 whole second. Okay, I've been saying it forever. Meteor Mash is the play. I have recently had some success with Gyro Ball, but you guys know I'm a big fan of the Meteor Mash. So yeah, let's give that some cooldown reduction, and let's see what Metagross can really do. Ooh, we got some changes to Sylveon. Special defense increase. No standard defense, just special. Draining Kiss. Healing has an 8% decrease. Mystical Fire has an 8% damage decrease. Okay, so they're nerfing Sylveon, which I totally get because it is a very tanky attacker. So this may balance it out a little bit. It's not bad. It's not crazy, but I think it's a good one for Sylveon, honestly. Oh no, not my Crustle. Rock Tomb, cooldown from 5 to 5.5 seconds. Why? Stealth Rock, also a half-second cooldown increase and an 8% damage. Not my Stealth Rocks. Come on, man. X-Scissor also getting a cooldown increase. And an energy cost 20% increase to the Unite move, Rubble Rouser? Why? I mean, I agree, Crustle's a pretty freaking good Pokemon, but I don't think it deserves this, guys. Why they gotta be hitting my Krusty Boy so hard? And now we see some changes to Tyranitar. Stone Edge, damage 10% decrease. Dark Pulse cooldown 5 to 5.5 seconds, so a half-second cooldown increase to Dark Pulse. That's going to make life as a Pupitar just even that much harder to get to Tyranitar. where you're not rewarded nearly as much. Now, we'll have to wait to see how the numbers come out. Maybe that Stone Edge 10% decrease is like an overall kind of a scaling damage decrease, and it's not just like a flat 10% weaker. Maybe it just isn't as strong into the late game as it was. But I don't know. Nerf T-Tar. Nerf T-Tar, which is kind of reasonable, honestly. I think can be a bit of a raid boss at the end. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sabinicus, maybe get nervous. Maybe get nervous. But, I mean, what can they really do to Duraludon at this point? Well, let's find out. Oh. Flash Cannon. Movement speed reduction from boosted attacks from 80% to 60%. Okay. And Stealth Rock's recovery time for charges is a half-second increase. So you Stealth Rock Duraludon, getting a bit of a nerf, but I know you're not a big Flash Cannon player, so that doesn't affect you a whole lot unless you want to play the Stealth Rock Duraludon. But for you Flash Cannon Duraludons out there, he getting a little bit of a nerf. Ooh, Wigglytuff. Sing, defense and special defense reduction from 35% to 25%. That's fair. And the double slap getting a half-second cooldown increase. I think, personally, as somebody that believes Wiggly is, at least in solo queue, one of the most broken supports in the game. And I don't think it gets the credit it deserves for being as insanely broken as it is with Sing and Cute Charm. I think this is fair. 100% nerf to Wigglytuff. Completely reasonable. Not mad about it. Up next, Venusaur. Giga Drain. Damage reduction rate 35% to 40%. All right, so they increase in the damage reduction a little bit. That's good. Solar Beam getting an 8... Oh, phew. My brain was already reading increase after seeing a buff to Giga Drain. They are nerfing Solar Beam by 8% damage decrease. Okay, that's fair. Those beams did crazy amounts of damage, but that scared me for a little bit. I was like, no way they are buffing Solar Beam. They're not. They're nerfing it. Cool beans. Giga Drain is gonna feel a lot better, so I'm happy. Pedal Dance Giga Drain, getting a little bit of love there. And if you want to run Giga Drain with Solar Beam, totally reasonable. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Oh, come on. We've reached the list of nerfs, and I see the word Machamp. Come on. Dynamic Punch Plus. Attack increase 20% down to 12%. They are cutting 8% off the attack increase you get from Dynamic Punch. Why? Submission. Attack speed increase from 50% to 40%. Submission Plus. Attack speed increase from 60% to 50%. So he's losing 10% attack speed increase on submissions. Why? Like, you guys just made Machamp, like, playable again, and he felt reasonable. Why? This is unnecessary. I disagree with this one pretty strongly. Alright, up next we see on the list of nerfs, Absol, with its Pursuit getting a half-second cooldown reduction increase. So, that's fair. I've been saying it forever. Absol's super broken and nobody talks about it enough. So a nerf to Absol I think is fair. Oh, come on. Mr. Mime. Psychic. Cooldown. 6 seconds to 6.5 seconds. So it's getting a half-second cooldown increase. Like, okay. Okay. Maybe. But how dare you touch my Psychic, Mr. Mime. Oh, I'm nervous about this. Though I do agree that Garchomp is, like, really strong. I'm starting to get a little nervous about the patch, guys. Let's see what it says. Basic attack. Attack speed. 0 to 7.5% decrease from levels 1 to 15. So the attack speed is going to scale slower and less. Earthquake, damage 5% decrease. Not a lot of ground chomps out there, and I don't think decreasing its damage is needed. Earthquake Plus, another 5% damage decrease. Movement speed reduction from 40% to 20%. They're cutting the slow of Earthquake in half and taking its damage away. Like, no one even plays Earthquake or the Earth build. I do. I enjoy it, but I still prefer the Dragon Chomp. There's no need for this. This makes no sense. Dragon Rush, cooldown, half-second increase. Okay, so your full dragon combo is not going to be as synchronized or up at the same time as often. That's going to make... I don't know, man. I think this is going to feel bad. I think that's going to make Garchomp feel a little bit clunky, especially since they did nerf Rapid Fire Scarf, which is kind of busted on Garchomp. And the way attack speed works, I'm gonna have to really, I'm just hoping that somebody that understands the numbers can come out and explain how the interaction with Garchomp and Rapid Fire works now with the nerf to that and the nerf to Garchomp's basic attacks. But I don't think Garchomp's gonna feel very good anymore. Finally, Leafeon Aerial Ace. Recovery time for charges 4 seconds to 5 seconds. So a moderate nerf to Leafeon, which is fine. At least Leafeon finally got hit with a nerf. I would have liked to see a little bit more, maybe something about that Unite always being up forever, but it's something. Umbreon. Foul Play. Movement speed reduction from 30% to 15%. They're cutting the slow from Foul Play in half. They really only want people playing Mean Look Umbreon, which is not how I play Umbreon. They're only hitting my Foul Play Umbreon. I would much prefer to see some form of Mean Look nerf, like it's deleted from the game and you can only play Foul Play and we're not going to touch that. That'd be fantastic. I don't think Foul Play was quite the problem with Umbreon. Up next, Blaziken. Overheat, damage, 6% decrease. Okay. Didn't they nerf it last time? No, they nerfed it, and then they buffed it not quite up to what it was, and now they're nerfing it again. So, the issue with Blaziken is we're just going to rip and let Blaziken secure stuff. That is a bit of an issue, but taking away overheat damage is going to take away a bit of viability from Blaziken in team fights as well. We'll have to see how that one feels. And I'm not surprised by this one. Psyduck. Hold on, let me move me out of the way. Just a little bit for this one. Psyduck. Disable, cooldown from 6 seconds to 7 seconds, so 1 second cooldown increase. Damage has a 20% decrease. Reasonable. It does way too much damage for a support with disable. And the cooldown extension from 3 seconds to 2 seconds. Okay. Totally reasonable. Disable extends the cooldown of the opponent's most recently used move, but there were instances where opponents could not use their moves at all due to stacking disable effects. Yeah, because they've always cared about not being able to press your buttons. Anyways, by reducing the cooldown and the cooldown extension effect, there will be more opportunities for opponents to counterattack. Additionally, since Psyduck is relatively new, many trainers were unaware that disable could spread between Pokemon, resulting in repeated damage when staying close to allies under the effect. The damage is reduced to make it more appropriate for a supporter type. Totally fair. I honestly would have liked to see a buff to Psychic, I think. I think it needs... Actually, no. I like Psychic the way it's at. Ignore what I just said. I think this disable nerf is pretty good for Psyduck right now. Alright, and we've got a lot more text, so it looks like I'm just going to stay where I'm at. Adjustments to mechanics, specifications, and effects. Darkrai. Boosted attack. Range has gone from 12 meters, I guess, to 9 meters. Fair. Nasty Plot. Adjusted to ensure that the added damage does not awaken sleeping opponents. Oh. Okay. So, is that a buff? Did they buff Nasty Plot? I think they buffed Nasty Plot. Unite move. Worst Nightmare. Adjusted the effect to lead opponents to a nightmare without obstacles. Previously, Darkrai could activate booster attacks from a safe distance outside the opponent's field of view, so the range has been reduced. Additionally, the extra damage from Nasty Plot unintentionally awakening opponents, which has been fixed. In the Nightmare of the Unite move, there were instances where Darkrai or the opponent would be obstructed by walls, so the effect was adjusted to create a night. Oh! I actually did just encounter that where I lost sight of who I hit with the Unite, and they were in a bush, and I had to go find them to actually finish them. I mean, they still didn't win the 1v1 with Darkrai, but okay, so you don't wake them up with Nasty Plot, and it removes walls and bushes and stuff when you're in the Nightmare realm. They buffed Darkrai. That's a Darkrai buff all over the place, which is interesting. Alright, up next we've got Armarouge. Unite move, Psycha Boom. What a great name, Psycha Boom. Change the attack range controlled during activation to movement input, left stick or D-pad. Oh, that's awesome! Previously, after activating the Unite move, players had to press the corresponding button again, which made it difficult to use. This was adjusted to make it easier to launch at the targeted location. Oh, that's actually really awesome for Armarouge. I hated it. I thought it felt clunky. Like it didn't work very well. When you had to press the Unite button again and then move it, it wasted a lot of the time you had to actually move the Unite target. Okay, that's actually pretty awesome for Armarouge. I like that one. And we close out with the bug fixes. Fixed an issue where Darkrai's Unite move would cause Comfey attached to the target to detach when hitting a Pokemon with Unstoppable or Hindrance Resistance. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. They've got some other stuff to fix with Comfey, like when your FPS drops to 0 on the Switch when Comfey attaches to you. Fixed an issue where long-duration basic attacks like Charizards or Ho-Ohs would be interrupted by rooting effects. Okay, that's good. Fixed an issue where Charizard's Unite move would hit Pokemon in an untargetable state. Man, okay, I knew it wasn't supposed to do that. I was playing Absol, and I hit my Unite, and I was in the untargetable slashes, and I got Charizard United out of my Absol Unite when he should not have been able to grab me. So, okay, good fix, good catch there. Fixed an issue where some abilities would activate when entering the enemy team's slow zone. Oh, interesting. Fixed an issue where the screen would lag when checking recent views on the Switch version. Yeah, there's a lot of lag issues on the Switch, specifically that Comfey thing I said earlier. So let's work on that one, because I don't like not being able to move or secure farm when Comfey attaches to me. Fix that. Well, there you have it. That's what we've got to look forward to coming into this next season of Pokemon Unite. Let me know in the comments what you are excited about, what you're disappointed in, and as always, what you think they missed in this patch, what could have been buffed, what could have been nerfed, whatever you think would be a good addition in a way to fix Pokemon Unite and improve the balance of the game. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe for more content, and I will catch you in the next one. Keep living the dream.